Hi, my name is Nakuset. I'm the Executive Director of the Native Women's Shelter of Montreal. The Native Women's Shelter was established in 1987 to support Indigenous women and their children with all the different obstacles that they face, especially in reference to systemic racism. So we're going to have a spirit walk this year. Because of the pandemic, we haven't actually been able to gather, but this year we will. We're able to bring the community out and raise money for Indigenous women and children. So that's really exciting. For the last almost decade, we have been trying to create a second stage housing. If you think of the Native Women's Shelter as being that first stage, that people come in crisis, the second stage would be a housing initiative. The second stage housing will be called Mioskamim, which means groundbreaking. So we're going to be opening up 23 apartments for both single women and women with children, but we wanted to offer an actual service. Because we know that our women struggle with youth protection and we know that they don't have enough support in the city, we are opening up a social pediatric clinic, and it's called Sarilikitak. So that means butterfly in Inuktitut. It's really important that the women and children can turn to a service because right now they have nothing to turn to. For instance, there has been a particular case where a mother was told that her child needs to have a speech therapist. And if you go to the CIUS and try to get on a waiting list, you could wait up to 2 years for a speech therapist. But she only had 6 months to wait. Otherwise, that child would be placed in foster care. If we open the social pediatric clinic, that way we will have a lawyer, we'll have a nurse, we'll have a doctor, we'll have a speech therapist, we'll have all the people that we need to support that family. And that group will go and meet with the social worker and say, this is the mandate that you gave us, and these are all the experts in the field that are surrounding the mother and child. And we need to do this now because there's no time to waste. There are many different recommendations from the Viens Commission that have not been applied. Same thing with the Laurent Commission. Perhaps one day they will be. But until then, if we create our own service, that will help the women and children. And it is also something that we are extending to any Indigenous family in Montreal. So that way, if they have nowhere to turn, they can come to us and we'll be happy to support them and to strengthen that family bond. Because for generations, they've been ripped away from us. And it's not just something that happened like 100 years ago. It literally happens in different communities every day. The trauma that the women have been going through, it hasn't ended. It continues. And we need to start changing the history, and this is part of doing it, is by showing up and bringing your families and your friends and doing something proactive, and the women are going to feel like they're cared for. So we're asking the community today to support us. If you can show up, that'd be great. If you can't show up, there's always a way that you can donate. You can share the event on social media. We need to raise probably about $1 million. So please bring your friends. Everything helps at this point. And when we talk about reconciliation, this is actually what reconciliation is. It's having people come out, bringing your families, bringing your friends, donating some money. It doesn't have to be the million, although if you're feeling generous, we would appreciate it. But I mean, everything really helps. And just walking together, going up the mountain is a really incredible experience. And we're going to have elders, we're going to have singers, different community members, women and children. And by participating in the Spirit Walk, you're actually walking the walk to support that next generation.